I'm back. I don't know what happened, you guys. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hi, Georgio. How are you?
Hi. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm good. It's pretty nice outside, so pretty good so far. How are you?
You just took it out of my mouth. I was going
Yeah.
to say we're both in such a good mood because it's finally summer. It's finally warm. Georgia and I are totally in sync. Okay, we had a late night, just so you guys know. So if we sort of stumble on our own words or we're like off, it's because we've had a late night. But we're in a good mood. We're in a good mood, both of us. So how is everyone doing? I just wanted to say before we start, we were going to have a special guest on, but unfortunately, he just canceled. But he wants to be back next Sunday because he's got this event he has to go to, and he can't get back home on time. But this is going to be very interesting because he's got a lot of tea because he's a good friend of some of the New Jersey housewives. And I tell you, bolds, capitals, exclamation marks, all that. He said that he wants to bring the tea. So you guys, I'm sorry, you'll just have to wait for another week, but I promise you it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. He's got a lot to say. Wow.
He does. Yeah, he has a lot.
And he lives, he's your neighbor. This is
I know. I was just talking to you about that actually, about how I didn't even realize, and he was like, "How small is this world? How long have you known Natalie?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is going on?" But yeah, he owns a tanning salon right in DC, and yeah, he's very connected to the mob wives. Big Ange, I believe, was like a godmother of some sort.
And his aunt. He's been on the channel before. But I think that was like a year and a half ago. But we're really good friends. So we talk all the time. I know his family. Yeah, he's very connected to mob wives. He knows a lot of stuff. He's got a bit tea about that because there's been some rumblings going around that there might be a reboot of mob wives. Just saying. I'm not dropping any tea, but I'm just saying.
I would be here for that. I miss mob wives.
Me too. I miss those old VH1 reality shows because they were so raw.
Uh-huh.
They were so good. And Big Ange, yeah, and he said that she wants to come on the channel because he talked to her about us. So you never know. I mean, let's wait and see. We've got surprises all over.
You'll never know what happens.
Never know what happens every Sunday. I mean, that's the Sunday fun day aspect of things, right? And we're excited. And always Sundays is the day where Georgia, I mean, we always catch up during the week, but this is the day where we're all like, chatting. That's why we're always late for these lives, so forgive us. But I mean, we've got so much to talk about. Well, hello to the chat. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello, Jeffrey.
How are you feeling, Jeffrey? After that long wild night last night. Thank you, Gabby, for reminding everyone that if you guys want to get a reading from me, then you can head on over to my website, which is down. You can see it on the screen. It's down in the description box. And you can have a mediumship reading with me. If you've got a couple of questions you want to ask, you can still book like a 30-minute tarot reading with me, or you can have a full 1-hour energy and psychic reading. So hello. Hi, Storm.
Hello, Storm.
Hi,
Hello, TJ.
Hello, Intergalactic Defender.
Intergalactic Defender. I love that name.
I feel that the chat is a good mood too. I'm picking up that energy and I'm loving it, you guys. Good positive vibes are contagious. So let's do it. Let's do it. The collective needs it. Hello. Hi from sunny London. I love that.
London. Get the London look.
A little bit of sun, we all need it. Everyone from Oslo, I love how international we all
I
are.
know.
I absolutely love that. We are the best community. I'm sorry. We
Very
are.
chic, as Dorit would say. Very chic community.
Very chic. This is so chic. How chic. Tea party next Sunday. So excited. Absolutely tea party, you guys. He's not going to cancel next time. He was so like he bombarded me with DMs. He was so sorry about this. So Big Ange. See, everyone misses Big Ange. We will. I mean, we need shows like that after everything that's been going on. Oh, Jeffrey says you're huge in Scandinavia.
Who knew?
Is that an inside joke, you guys?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know I do have a lot of followers on my podcast that are from Scandinavia, oddly enough.
Nice. Well, Isa's from Sweden. One of our mods is from Sweden.
Yes.
And Oregon, we've got Oregon in the house. Hello, hello. I love how this is why I love the internet and YouTube. It just brings people from different corners of the world together, and we all talk like what connects us is everything that we talk about here, right? It's not just astrology, spirituality, it's the reality shows. I mean, we keep bashing about how dark reality shows have become, but one thing that Bravo has created is a huge worldwide community of people who are like-minded
Mm-hmm.
and who like to talk about that, and it brings people together. So let's see the positive.
Yeah, totally.
As well. Arizona's in the house. Well, no, there it is. No, Isa's from Sweden. Margot is from Arizona. There is Isa. Us Candies love Giorgio.
Oh, I love you guys. He's so
Oh,
sweet.
you guys. Right, Chad, shall we get into it? Because today, Georgia and I want to keep it at 45 minutes because he's got an appointment after this live, and I need a nap. I need some sleep, you guys. It's one of those Sundays. I've caught so much sun. I've been sunbathing. Like it just literally just got warm this weekend and we went crazy. Like I went crazy. I was like swimming in the pool like for hours and sunbathing, and I think I overdid it. So
No, it's good. You need it. Everyone
yeah,
needs
I
a little
had
fun
to
in the
like some
sun.
color correction because I was a bit too red on the nose. You know, because when you wear shades, you get like the sunburn on
Yes.
on the cheeks, and then it's white all around. So I was like, I had to use the magic of makeup and color correction to get that sorted because that wouldn't look good on camera. But right, you guys, Giorgio, we've got so much to talk about because, yes, we're all getting fatigued by New Jersey and Vanderpump, but we still have some time to go. I mean, there's still stuff going on.
We
So,
have one more part left of Vanderpump, and we have 2 more parts of the New Jersey reunion. So, I don't know. I need one. I mean, I need Vanderpump to be done. I think
I
Scandoval.
agree.
I'm burned out. I want to find out what this one bombshell is that no one seems to know until this next part comes out. So there's tons of speculation and theories. I have my own theory. There's other theories I've looked at that seem interesting. It's just, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot to recap, at least. It's just
For you and for all the other content creators that are covering this, it must be exhausting. And at this point, you guys, you must be dreaming VPR like every friggin' night and, dreaming of Sandoval and Raquel. By now,
I mean, sometimes I wonder if I should even post updates for Scandoval because I feel bad for the audience. They're just like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this. What else? What else? But I'm like, if I don't, then you guys will be like, what? What happened? But yeah, it's a lot. I think there's just a lot coming at us. There's a lot of sides to things that are just. I think Scandoval is a little bit more cut and dry than Jersey. I think Jersey's a tad bit more draining because you've got this influx of the Teresa stands and the tree stumps who will stop at nothing to defend her.
Yeah.
And then, anything Melissa does is calculated and she's trying too hard and she's this and she's that. It's just like, you can't win.
You can't win. And since we're starting with New Jersey, let's start with New Jersey. First of all, thoughts of this whole situation. I mean, Twitter right now is so toxic when it comes to Melissa fans. I mean, they are getting attacked. Melissa fans and anyone who supports Melissa right now on Twitter is being absolutely like slaughtered by the tree huggers, stumpers, whatever you want to call them. It's crazy. But there's also a lot of rumors that I've been hearing that it's true. I mean, remember you guys we did read on Teresa and Melissa and the next season of New Jersey. So now rumors are, and Georgio, you're the one who can clear this out, that Tree is indeed not coming back. So it's not definite that she's coming back, Teresa. And there are rumblings about a spinoff too.
I think the whole plan initially was, and the reason why they inserted Teresa Gets Married into this season of New Jersey was I think they wanted to see how that episode would do to kind of give them an idea if people would be interested in just having a show that revolved around Louis and Teresa. I need to go back and refresh my memory on the ratings. I don't think they were that stellar. I think they were okay, on par with the season, if you will. But I do think that Teresa's done. It's clear watching this reunion, she came in, she wants to have it out and be done for good. I don't think she wants to film with Melissa anymore. I think she's really trying to either she's going to pull a spinoff or she's going to try to get it so that it's either her or Melissa if they want her to come back. And I unfortunately think that that's going to backfire on Teresa because the thing that people, whether you like Melissa or not, Melissa was hired on the show because she was good TV and she brought out a lot of, good TV with Teresa. Teresa would not have had, I believe, the amount of success if Joe and Melissa did not come on. I don't think she would have been able to withstand it with everyone that's come and gone. I think the thing that's been steady and consistent for Teresa is this big issue that she's always had with Melissa and now her brother. And I think after this reunion, I think they will take a pause because I think they're going to need to sort out how this is going to work out. If these two don't want to film together, there's no point in putting them both on the show. But I do think that it's time, I think, for Teresa to move on. She's not giving us much. She wants us to leave her alone. No one's allowed to disagree with her. No one's allowed to say anything that isn't kissing Louis' butt. It's just, and Louis' a whole other issue. Andy's not happy with him.
I'm sure.
Andy's not happy with him. I'm sorry. This whole, you are taking things way too far. This is not your show, Louis. You tell your PI guy and your security people to stop making, like, you're not producers. And I think that's what's pissing Andy off here. And I think that's why the confusion comes with the story changing from Louis. Like, one minute he says, yeah, no, I did this, this, and this. But then later he's like, no, I just said that because I was mad. And it's just like, you can't play that game with Andy for too long because he's only been on, 2 seasons? You're not that seasoned of a person to be coming in and acting like that, in my opinion.
I'm with you. Like, honestly, I would want, like, this is unpopular opinion, but I would like both of them to leave. Nothing against either of them, but I want something fresh in New Jersey. I like what's her name? Not Danielle. I like Danielle. Like,
I love Danielle.
She's a New Jersey girl. She brings
this is the future.
She is the future. So why don't we just cast around Danielle? My opinion.
I think slowly, I would love to see, I think Melissa would be a good anchor to spin other ladies off of Danielle in that relationship. I think, yes, just get rid of both of them and call it a day. But I think if we lost both of them, we would lose the show. Because I think people on either side would have a hissy fit. So I don't think they'll go with losing both because then we're talking like a reboot? Who's going to anchor the franchise now? Margaret? No offense to Margaret if she sees this. But listen, I think honestly, Margaret's going to have her day in court next season. It's already building that way. It's
So
already building that way. And I also want to know this person's not in this chat, but she has been DMing me for the last 3 weeks. I do want to let Mary know from Tennessee. Mary, if you're out there listening, I am not on Melissa's payroll. I just want to put that out there. She is sworn that she has evidence that I'm on Melissa's payroll. I'm not. I think if people follow me, they know I may seem like I'm siding with one person, but that could change. If you go back, you've seen how I've reported on Melissa. I'm not picking sides, but I'm using logic here. And if I'm watching the show and I'm recapping what I see, sorry, it's not making sense, this Teresa Louis narrative that they've tried to put out here and victimize themselves. I'm just yeah. I wonder how much is Melissa paying, by the way. Melissa,
well, let us know. DM us. MG Daily is so impatient. Like, what are the cards saying? What are the cards? Give us a second. We're warming up.
We're easing into it.
We're getting into it. Not everyone is completely on top of what's going on, and we like to talk about things. We like to talk about that. But yeah, it is getting too toxic, and just like, I think generally New Jersey needs spring cleaning desperately. Like, it reeks. And the fans, lay off. Content creators like Georgio,
really crazy.
Like, honestly, it's their opinion. It's our opinion. We're viewers just as you. We don't have to agree, so stop attacking. Like, no one, and Georgia has never said anything. He never does. Like, he never says anything like nasty, shady, or so.
And I don't clap back to the nasty comments, although there's some days where I'm like, you know what, at user 172, let me see what you're all about. But no, honestly, I mean, I think the point is that, like, as content creators, of course, at times we're going to seem like we're more biased than others, depending on the situation. But honestly, I really try to remove myself as the viewer that may cling to one or the other. I've never really clinged to either one of them. I've always looked at both of their stories as like something that's a recycled storyline that just, because the show is supposed to be about conflict resolution. This has been a conflict for 10 years that has not been resolved. And every time we keep turning, it like rears its ugly head. And now it's really ugly because Melissa, if you didn't tell, she could give two craps. Gloves are off. She's going to say how she feels, and she doesn't care how, because she knows Joe's done with her too. So now it's like, well, I don't need to hold back. I don't need to bite my tongue anymore. And I get that. And for everyone that thinks that Melissa owes some allegiance to Teresa, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. She got on the show fair and square. Andy even confirmed that she didn't reach out to Andy to get on the show. And I know Carlos King has said that she had reached out to him, but listen,
so
there's
what?
A lot of people that would have done that. Who cares?
So what? She stayed for 10, 12 years. So what?
Right. So was that all because of Teresa that she stayed? Because that's what Teresa fans will say. She wouldn't have lasted that long if Teresa. But what about when Teresa went to jail? See, these are the things that I don't understand how people can forget. When Teresa went to jail, how many seasons was that? 2 or 3? Maybe 2, because they prolonged it because they didn't want to do too much. But who was the anchor to bring people back to that show? It was Melissa. Why? Because she did Teresa Checks In. They did the spinoff. So when they talk about Gia and putting food on the table, they don't mean it in like they put money in the bank. They just said, we helped you guys when you guys were financially struggling, when the whole legal stuff was going down. And there was never any proper, in my opinion, any proper credit given. And yes, these kids that want to say, well, the other side of the family helped, but they're not going around telling everybody. Well, those other family members are not on a national reality TV show where they have to constantly, I just look at it differently. Like, that's nice, to some degree, but you got to at least show some respect to some degree. You don't have to get along and be best friends with each other, Melissa and Teresa, but like, why? It seems like Teresa's just trying to make Melissa look like the person she really thinks she is. And she just keeps trying every single time. and it just backfires.
Absolutely. And while you were talking, I was picking up some cards. So I just wanted to see what the dynamic or moving forward it is between Teresa and Melissa. Okay. So let me tell you this. Teresa is super emotional about this. She's seeing that she has taken this so personally. I mean, not just what's happening now, but the whole Melissa and Joe thing. I feel like she's like a dog with a bone. She just can't see. She can't, like, she's so fixated on that. She truly believes that. Who knows? Back then, maybe people were like whispering in her ear and made her believe that Melissa and Joe were after her place on New Jersey, just because I feel because Teresa is not the sharpest tool in the shed, it is easy to manipulate what she feels and how she reacts. And also, she has a short fuse. So, this is what I'm getting. Goes way back. I feel that people, cast members, people from the cast or outside the cast or family members or friends have been like convinced Teresa that Melissa and Joe are after her star, her limelight and everything. So, but let me give you this. So, Teresa, you guys, is not going to let go. I know she said that she's over it and she doesn't want to talk to them and she's done. She's not done. She's not done. She wants to literally destroy Melissa's reputation, and obviously tree huggers are not helping because that's creating this feeding to Teresa, I've got my fans want me, and, I got this, so I don't care. I'm going to go for blood. I'm going to draw blood, I'm just gonna go for it. This is her way of thinking. But here's the thing, you guys. We've read on Louis. We talked about this a lot. You don't have to be psychic to see the red flags when it comes to Louis, okay? Because we all have intuition and we can all read energies. She is under his control. Teresa is under his control.
Absolutely, she is. Absolutely, she is. And it's sad because what?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is. And all things that come out of her mouth, you guys, is not necessarily what she feels or thinks, but it is what Louis has made her feel.
Yes. And if you noticed on the show, he's very good about how he manipulates her narrative right in front of her. Like, remember that phone conversation with her and Joe where he was writing down what she should say to him, to her own brother? Yeah. Listen, I understand you might be in an awkward position, but that's your brother. You don't need someone to write down what you should say or how you ease into the conversation. That's absolutely insane. So if he's doing that, what else is he saying behind closed doors to her every single day and putting things in her head? Because she's very much that person that you slip sound bites into her head and let the paranoia build. She'll come to it on her own. And I think he spins and winds her up and gets her gassed up to go out and do that. And I don't think it's necessarily, to your point, I don't think she really feels that way all the time. I think she would be over it more. I think if Louis wasn't in the picture, I think they would be in a much better spot. I really do.
Agree.
I'm not blaming it all on Louis because there was problems before Louis. I'm just saying when she was on her own and she came back, it seemed like they were going in a better direction as siblings and as a family. And then Louis popped in and it was okay for a second. And then boom. Now we're like 300 times backwards than we were. So it's just...
she's on a self-destructive path because of him. Full stop. Full stop. No matter how you see it, this is the truth. Melissa, on the other hand, she feels that she's lost money. I feel Joe and Melissa feel that they've lost money or business because of Tree. Now because of Louis and Tree as an extension. Hold on, I'm echoing again. So she's just over it. Like Melissa, you guys, she is like genuinely over it. She's like done. Don't want to know about them. Don't want to hear about them. That's it. Here's the thing, though. This whole situation with Melissa and Tree is actually going to work out for Melissa rather than Teresa. Just saying.
Of course.
So, Melissa, we talked about a spinoff for Teresa, but that doesn't mean that Melissa's not going to get a spinoff or a QVC show or Sorry, it came through. When I said QVC, it wasn't me thinking, it wasn't anything. It just came through. So wait and see. Let's wait and see. She might make a deal with QVC about not the pizza ovens, but
No,
something
but
else.
her clothing
Her
for like she already
clothing.
has a store. I could see her doing a collection for like HSN or QVC or something like the other housewives have done in the past. She'd be great at that.
And people will give her the opportunity. So people will, because she's likable. Melissa,
Mhm.
whether you like her or not, you've got to admit that she's more level-headed, let's just say, or even keel. She's more grounded compared to Teresa, okay? So she's more likable, she's more professional. With Teresa, you never know. Like, she's got a short fuse. You don't know when she's gonna flip a table, or she's just gonna, pull your ponytail and go crazy on you like she did with Marge. So, and remember, let's go back, which reminded me, if Danielle Staub could manipulate Teresa to pull Marge's hair and be
The other way
physical.
around. Teresa's the one that told Danielle, yes, go pull
Sorry,
it.
the other way around. Yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry. So forget what I was about to say. I take it back. I thought it was the other way around. So forget what I was going to say. So Melissa, you guys, things are happening behind the scenes for her. Teresa, not so much. Why? Because who is the gatekeeper? Louis. Louis not gonna allow for Teresa to go out there and just sign any old contract and get any old promotion if he doesn't feel that he's gonna get benefit from that in a major way. I'm sorry to say, you guys, tree huggers, you're upset. I get it, but go blame Louis, not us. Not us for just seeing what's right in front of us.
You know what I don't like about the tree stumpers and anybody that's similar
Tree
to
stumpers, I
this?
love that.
Like, no, they're toxic positivity people. Like, nothing can ever be wrong. You can't, even if it's blatantly obvious or there's a red flag or you say anything or you ask a question about Louis' background or you dig a little bit, it's always this huge pushback of like, how dare you? How dare you say that? Or it's just like, for someone who's been in the picture 5 minutes TV time, he's very comfortable
Oh yeah.
with people that he is not known as long. And I think that is the weirdest part of it all. He's interacting with these people like he's had a long history with all of them, like Teresa has, or Joe, or Melissa. And it's just like, it's not. You've been here 2 years.
True. Yeah. Oh, Georgia, I was just pulling cards on Louis. And you don't want to know what come out. Star, he wants to be the star.
Mhm.
He sees himself the star. He wants the attention on him. It's not Teresa. Now it's like, yeah, let's protect, let's help, let's support, let's whatever, Teresa. But he's gonna spin it. She's gonna be in the shadow, and then he's gonna get the limelight. That's his plan. That's his strategy. That's his plan. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, and look at this. He's loving it. Even this negative, like all this negativity that's going on, he's good with it. He's fine with it. He's going to, make things happen for them. He's going to manipulate the whole situation. He's enjoying it. He's enjoying it.
He loves every second
Absolutely.
of it. Are you kidding?
He's making money off of it as
Of
well. He's
course.
using Teresa's name and his own name, because obviously everyone knows who he is now. Lou Rara, Lou Ruella, La Ruru, whatever. He wants to make money off of Teresa, the show, etc. So what's going to be funny is what Andy's going to do, because I agree with you. I think Andy's over it. He's not loving this whole situation.
No, it's
Especially
not good TV. I'm sorry.
it's
Louis is
not.
not good TV. He's cringe TV. Like, even if
Yeah.
what he does on our TV screens is just for the TV screens, I still think you're a weirdo. I still think there's something really off with you.
Yeah.
And, a couple weeks back, I had heard Dana Wilkie interviewed Louis' very first employer. And
Ooh, okay.
this was from the 90s all the way up until 2010. And the stories this guy had. Okay, now obviously this is all alleged, but when you start looking at the way his behavior has been, and then you start hearing this guy's recollection of his personality, how he would act, react.
This. This comment. Sorry, this comment.
Susan, if can we pin that? Because that needs to be on a t-shirt. I
I agree.
always say
Well,
Teresa is the bomb and Louis is the fuse. Susan, 1000%. It is like they are made for each other in some weird, sick way. I think she knows how he's operating, and I think she's fine with it.
she's totally fine with it. She's totally fine. Listen, Teresa got married to Juicy Joe when she was young and for a very long time. Yes, she is power, she's dynamic, she's strong, but I personally think that she needs a man next to her. She needs a man in her life. That is what gives her, like, balances her out.
Gives
This
her
is what.
purpose.
So, and he comes along, wines her, dines her, tells her all the stuff that she wants to hear, everything that these types of people, sociopaths, however you want to call them, do to women or to men, just to create a bubble, a love bubble. And it's no coincidence that Tree keeps saying I'm in a love bubble. That's what he wants you to. He wants you to be in the love bubble. Because if you come out of the
Isolate.
love bubble, Teresa, you're going to see things that you're not going to like.
He's isolating her, and
He's
it's
isolating her.
happening right before the viewer's eyes, and half the audience can't see it. The other half can see it a mile away, and they're screaming, "Get out of there!" Like, and no, I don't think she's going to get out of there. I think she knows what she's in there for. I think she knows the type of man he is. I think they've probably had conversations, and she's probably been like, "Look, this is where we need to have an understanding when it comes to this, this, and this. I will protect you on TV. Like, we'll stick together, but like, I'm sorry, this whole last season, the wedding, all of it was just it's old. It's getting so old. I don't care if people think that Teresa's done every single thing on this reality show that you can do. Well, it was her job. She was signed. She didn't. This wasn't charity. She didn't just offer to give birth on the show. She was pregnant. She was a nobody when she signed up, just like everybody else. And she grew with fame and popularity. As this is how it works on reality TV. The more of yourself that you give, good and bad, the more popular you will be and the more relevant you will be in that space. That is all that happened here. But Melissa has also shown a lot. So, I mean, otherwise she wouldn't still be on the show. Do you think producers would keep Melissa on if she wasn't working out?
Right.
For what? They don't owe her anything.
They don't. Oh, okay, you guys have got some stuff to tell you, okay? Because while you were talking, I was pulling some cards about the relationship, about the marriage of Teresa and Louis. You guys, you heard it here first again, okay? This is a big one. So, yes, we do. So Teresa is under his control. Again, I get the Eight of Swords, as I did before when I drew cards for Teresa. So she's very much trapped in this situation. She is very much being told and shown and sort of, things, okay, just to sort of divert her attention, or just to throw, sand in her eyes. But here's the thing. There is going to be a breakup. We've said this before. Okay. I don't feel that they're going to last more than 3 years, you guys. More than 3 years from now. 2023 now. So 2026. Here's the thing. You know what is eventually going to push Teresa to end it? Because he's not going to end it. He's not going to end it. He's not going to lose that control. Something's going to happen with one of her girls. This is what comes up, which is going to be heartbreaking. It could be something he says, but I feel it might even get physical. So there might be sort of like, making a move, like seems like he's going to be physical with her, or he could like grab her. He's going to grab her. But what I'm getting, you guys, what is eventually going to end the love bubble is something major is going to happen with one of her girls, and she's a great mom. Say what you will about Teresa. I love her as a mom. She's a great mom, and her girls are gorgeous and smart and really, really amazing human beings. So she's done something right. She's done a good job, right?
Of course. I've always said that she's a great mom. She puts her daughters first.
Daughters.
And no, she's a great mom. She's a great housewife.
Yes.
I think on the show, off the show, just as a regular housewife, I think she's, it comes to her naturally, and you can tell. And I could see that happening. I don't think she would choose a man over her own daughters. I don't see that being the case with her.
No. I think this is what's going to end things. Like she's she's a tiger mom. She's not going to allow anyone to and eventually that's going to be a rude awakening for Teresa, but she will need one. So unfortunately, even if it's something that's done or said to one of her girls, maybe that's what she needs to wake up. Here's the thing. So for tree lovers, huggers and lovers and stumpers and whatever, here's the good news I've got to tell you about. And I've got goosebumps because I'm happy for her from what I'm seeing now. So after that incident and everything else, people are going to band. So her family, her friends, so people are going to band around her, circle around her and help her out. And you know what? Her life is going to change. She thinks that she has the perfect life now, but I also intuitively feel that they live off borrowed money or someone else's money. I don't feel that the lifestyle, the house, everything is. I know she makes good money on New Jersey, but I mean, this is what I'm getting intuitively. So don't be surprised if something comes up about Louis and Teresa's finances. But eventually, you guys, Teresa, she's the type of person, Teresa. I have to look at her chart again. Jupiter is the planet of luck, right? The expansion and luck, and he brings gifts. She must have some kind of she must have a very strong placement because Teresa will always be lucky in life. She will always have good fortune, let's say. Okay. Like as soon as the shit hits the fan, something will happen and will help her. And this is what's going to happen right after the breakup. But yeah, they are breaking up within the next 3 years. So I'm sorry, Teresa, if you're seeing this, or Louis, you probably hate me. Don't send me Bo Dietl. I mean, I can give you anything you want about me. You don't need to send Bo Dietl. So, there you go. This is what I feel like they've got debt. It's not enough what they earn from New Jersey. Tax liens. Everyone's saying tax liens. Oh, you're muted.
I was going to say that the tax lien situation, that is, those are from the years that she was still with Joe that are reminiscent. I think there was one additional piece. I think it was 2016 or 2018, maybe the last portion but yeah, it's over $1 million. I think he has a lot of cash or access to cash, it seems. It's just no one really understands where it comes from. And again, to go back to this employer, the first employer, who said the same thing about him. He just showed up one day, had $300,000 and said, let's go start this business, cleaned out my office, put in a moving truck. And so he has access. Like he seems like one of those guys that has like multiple shady bank accounts in different countries, or he moves his money constantly, or there's like someone's, I don't know.
He's a Randall Emmett. That's what I'm getting. Like he's a Randall Emmett. He's got the connections. He's good talker. He's got the he's got these bank accounts and these business associates. So he gets things done and he works, he does his magic, but eventually things will catch up on him. Like it's not going to continue this way. And these debts are going to grow and grow and grow. So what? So we'll wait. Let's wait and see. You heard it here first.
We have part 2 coming up this Tuesday, so I'm sure it's just going to get uglier from here.
True. I agree. So let's move to VPR now. I think it's time.
Yes, and I think it's also a good way to end, because I don't know if you guys saw it, but we didn't get an extended version, but it's still uncensored on Peacock, which Peacock, don't stop with the uncensored reunions the next day. I mean this, and not just for Vanderpump. I want all the franchises to have uncensored reunions the next day. I want to hear the F word. It makes it more real. it just changes the energy of the vibe. But what I will say
Right.
for part 2, the fact that Rachel has shown zero emotion is very alarming to me.
Yeah.
When Sheena was crying and was like talking and being emotional, Rachel just sitting there with a blank stare and then turning and going, I should have like wrote her a note or something. As if that was the reason why this went all left. You know what I mean? Like she just didn't write a note. But it's like, I don't know. Is she like a sociopath? Like it's very sociopathic to me.
It is. We know that something's wrong with her. We'll get to that, Margot. We do want to sort of like look into and see what that big reveal is, because I'm already done with the whole Bravo. This is the best season ever. This is the best reunion ever. Whoa, the revelations. Enough, Andy. We know that you just like amp things up just for views. So is there revelation? Is there? What's the big secret? What's going
I
on?
think honestly, the revelation's not going to be about cast coming back, not coming back, or any of that. I really think there's something muddy in the water when it came to production and their
Yes.
involvement. I do. And I don't think that that's going to be the bombshell so much, but I do think that there's going to be a situation. I think the story between Tom and Rachel started before.
I think that's the bombshell, because you remember the first time ever we did a reading on, we read on them. I said the timeline is off and I could feel it.
Yep.
And I said it's been over a year. I really feel that the reason why I'll throw the cards, but I really feel that the reason why she broke up with James was because she wanted to make herself available to Tom. I'm not saying that they were a couple or the affair started when she was with James, but I feel that she wanted to make herself available. I do think that's why I said, someone in the comment in one of the videos about Raquel and Tom said, yeah, but Raquel is stupid. Like she's dumb. And I said, she's not dumb. Might come off as naive, but she's not dumb. There's a big difference. And I keep, every time I watch VPR and I try to read, guys, it's very hard to read someone when you watch a show. First of all, because I'm human, I want to enjoy the show and watch it like everyone else and not read them. And also because everything is edited. There's so many edits that you don't really know if, the sequence is right, et cetera, et cetera. So regarding Raquel, this is what I feel. I feel that she wanted to make herself available to get, she said she felt confident. She got into the show. She got engaged to James, now it's time to move up. And who's the next available one? Because she was already close to Ariana, Tom Sandoval. But I'll throw the cards. This is my theory. This is what I believe. What do you believe before what do you think? Well, you said you think it's something.
Well, I do. I think that this timeline is not what it was presented as. I think that this started back when, James proposed to Rachel. I think, and again, this is my theory. I think that they had an understanding that, okay, we'll break up with our partners, we'll wait a little bit, and then we'll start dating. I think Raquel held up her end of the bargain. Tom clearly did not. And maybe that is why Raquel has been so removed emotionally, because if you think about it, she's been on the sidelines for how long?
Oh
boy.
I'll show you the cards because I don't want you to say anything. Okay, so here it is. 4 of Cups. I asked, what's the big revelation? Whatever the big revelation is, it is indeed it's gonna create a lot of drama, especially online. Twitter, just brace yourselves, Twitter fans, and because I feel this is gonna be huge. Look at this. I do feel it has to do about Raquel and Tom. Lala apparently knows. Apparently, one of the producers told Lala, and she's been sworn to secrecy.
Yes.
Tell me about that. But hold on, before you tell me about it, let me finish what I'm
go ahead.
saying. So look at this. With this 3 of Pentacles, you know what's going to come out? I feel that there might be. So I think 2 things are going to happen. I feel that there might be, after the reunion, a producer will come at, there might be some kind of interview. It could be Andy, it could be on his radio, Andy, or something like that, where a producer is going to reveal that they were a couple long before, we all think. So way before Coachella and all that. But I also feel with this Queen of Cups and this something huge is going to come out. So sorry, you guys, wait, because things are coming through right now. So that's why you see me like this. So I'm going to give you 2 or 3 predictions, all right? And not just about revelations about VPR. Someone is going into a rehab, drug rehab. Someone is, not Raquel, but someone is. Could be Sandoval, but someone is. So we will find out about this. So this is going to be huge. Could be Schwartz, could be Sandoval. Someone will need help. So this is something will come up. Yes, something that will, I feel, a rumor that's going to start spreading is that the 3 of them, and we know we've been hearing this for a long time. People think this is all fake, that Ariana was into it. But here's the thing. Ariana, and I said this from day one, she suspected. I've said this from day one. She wasn't blindsided 100%.
I mean,
I'm not approving of it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but how could you not suspect it? Even if you didn't say anything, even if she said, "Oh, I'm just being insecure. I'm reading into it." There's just too many things that they both, and also the way that Rachel talks about how basically Ariana just believed everything Tom told her at face value. Well, what did you think she was gonna do? Not believe him? If my partner is telling me this is what he did, then that's where the buck stops. If you want me to be like, I don't really believe you. What were you really doing? So it's just this blaming her, and I feel like Raquel is brainwashed by Tom Sandoval, and this is why he wanted so badly to have a conversation with her off camera.
Yeah.
They need to get the story straight and keep it straight. And the timeline, I think, is a big thing.
It is, and we'll find out that the timeline was, I've said this all along, that it's been going on for way longer than we all think and suspect. Here's the thing, someone's leaving VPR. This is the huge shakeup. Could be Lisa Vanderpump. Someone is leaving, and it's shocking. One of the main cast members. This is what I'm getting, you guys. Someone is leaving because they've got other plans. They want to move their career in different, just shift things for them. But someone is leaving, and I can't tell you who, but I can tell you someone who is sort of like the connecting link between all of them. That's why I want to say Lisa Vanderpump. It could be that she leaves the LA sort of show, and then they start sort of like a Las Vegas kind of show. And I think that this is sort of also just to bring some fresh blood in. Obviously she wants to promote her restaurants in Las Vegas, but I feel that this is the big revelation, which is not the big revelation that we're all expecting. But just remember those 2 things. Timeline is off. They were together since way before all this. We found out Lisa Vanderpump is leaving, highly likely. So someone is leaving, and I feel it's Lisa Vanderpump, which is going to create a lot of mess. And someone is going to rehab. So those 3. This is what I see about Vanderpump coming up.
That is crazy.
That's a lot. It's just
a lot.
So crazy. It's just gotten so crazy. I mean, this is not the resuscitation of VPR that we expected, because it was dying. The show was dying.
It was going to be. I swore it was going to be canceled after last season. I swore it was, because I was like, no one's watching it. They're done. They are done. Even this season. I don't think this season was going to do as well as they thought it was going to do, minus this Scandoval. I'm sorry.
I know. So this is like, I don't know. This is the kiss of life. This whole thing was the kiss of life for VPR, But the thing is, I'm a little bit worried about some of the cast members. Nothing to do with Scandoval. I do feel that they're starting to become fatigued of filming and shooting the show. I really do. They're all getting older now. They're all starting their own businesses. They're all starting to do, and I don't think that they can sustain and be good, good entertainment anymore and just continue. So I feel that the next season is going to be the last one. It's just going to be more just to bring that closure that we all need from Scandoval. And then it's done. And I feel that there will be a spin-off or some kind of like VPR Las Vegas because Lisa is leaving the show. I feel that she doesn't want to associate. I mean, yes, it's named after her. It was, but now she doesn't. Does she have any restaurants left?
Sir and
WeHo and
the
Sir,
Vanderpump
yeah.
Cocktail Garden in Vegas. But yeah,
There you go.
Tom Tom is closed officially. So yeah, I mean, I could see her doing a spin-off for Vanderpump in
Everyone thinks
Vegas.
it's James.
Sure.
Yeah, it could be James. I think it could be James, but do you think? No, I think Sheena has a heart of gold, and I think she will, in time, forgive Raquel. If Raquel works on herself and she does show some kind of remorse and she truly, genuinely apologizes and stops sending postcards to Ariana's house and trying to sort of like friggin', like poke the bear. Stop already. Oh dear. Pump is closing. Yeah, Pump is closing. I've heard about that. Okay, there's a question here. Will there be a spin-off to The Valley featuring Jackson, Brittany, Kristen, and Sheena and Brock? Let's find out. Is there a plan for spin-off?
I think they've talked about it because a lot of them moved to the Valley and they're older. I think they're trying to kind of spin it in that direction, which makes sense. I'm just not sure. Like, I don't know if Kristen would do it. Maybe she would because it's a completely different concept at that point. So maybe it would be something she'd be intrigued by. I could totally see this happening only because Sheena and Lala bought houses literally like 2 doors down from each other in Palm Springs. James just bought a house in the Valley. Kristen and Jax already have a house there. I think Kristen sold her house and moved somewhere else. But either way, this could work. And I hope that they look at it.
So the answer I'm getting right now, is that yes, there are talks, there are plans, but it's not going to go to survive more than one season. It's not going to go well. No. It's not gonna be the same.
Hard. I get it. It's hard for the viewer to shift the same cast members, but now it's a different show. It just doesn't always.
I honestly think Raquel's I've said this, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not diagnosing, this is my own personal opinion, but I do think that she has BPD, so she does have borderline personality disorder. And I also think that because of the interview, I really think that one way of coping with feelings is just completely detaching from them. And this is exactly what Raquel is doing. We don't like seeing it. It's insulting for the rest of us, but we also need to remember she is a human being. Yes. She does have feelings. She might not show her feelings, but she does have feelings. And also, to me, intuitively, again, I'm not diagnosing. I also feel it is partly PTSD. I don't know anything about her early life, or I know that she was adopted by her aunt. That's all I know about her. But this is also something that you see in people that suffer from PTSD, where under high stress, high anxiety situations, and when they're super stressed, they tend to like clam up and just show no emotion and react very differently to how people react. So like laughing and giggling and sort of smiling. This is what I feel about Raquel. She's not evil. Okay. She hasn't harmed anyone except she's harmed Ariana, but still she is a human being. So there's definitely something up with her, and I hope she gets the help that she needs.
Yeah, me too.
So there's another question here. Do you think Ariana is getting a little calmer for the situation? Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure to some extent, but I mean, we all have that, but I think overall, when you look at both situations, they are not the same.
They're not the same because Ariana and Tom, they weren't doing this behind Kristen's back for like months and months and months. They weren't even trying to hide it. So,
No,
and
they
it
slept
was,
together once. They were just messy with each other. That's all it was. Kristen has said it. They should
yeah,
have broken up 2 years into it instead of staying for 5. They were so much younger, and I'm not excusing the behavior, but
I agree.
I mean, come on.
I
7 months
agree.
that we know
Oh,
of?
next door, the daughters are best friends. I love this relationship that
I
there's sort of
know.
that this relationship that's blossoming between them, and they've all grown, they've all matured. They've learned a lot, and I like that about them. But VPR is not the same. Maybe they need a different kind of show. But actually, come to think of it, we don't want another show. Let's have a fresh show. Let's have a
Yes.
different show. With
Yes.
fresh blood, fresh people, fresh faces, because we're done with that. I mean, they're
Absolutely.
getting older. As I said, they're getting older. So we all are. But it's just that it's not the drama, their lifestyle, everything is not the same. I mean, if you want to, if you're gonna watch VPR, you don't watch VPR for their babies, for their family lives, for their sandwich shops. No.
I think because the issue is the show originally was the concept was a group of friends that work at Lisa's restaurant. These
Exactly.
group of friends no longer work at Lisa's restaurant. They're just affiliated because they used to work there and they know her. But this connection is dying off because you can't bring in too many new servers onto the show because that backfired last season. People are like, who are these people? We don't care about them. We want the OGs back. Bring back Kristen, bring back Stassi. So they were like, okay, fine, we'll bring more OGs back. So they did that this year, and then that still wasn't as great, but it was better. And then thank God for them, they had Scandoval break 5 episodes in so that they could ride the rest of the season out.
That's true. So we'll just have to wait until next week. It's on the 6th. Is the final reunion episode on the 6th? Am I mistaken?
It's the 7th.
Oh, it's the 7th. All right. So we'll just have to wait a few more days just to
Mm-hmm.
find out. Unless they drag the revelations and they say, head on over to Peacock for next week because we've got the revelations. All right, enough already. Like, can we move on? Like, can we move on with our lives already? It's been 3 long months. I can't, you know? Which it's probably what they're going to do. They're going to be like, you've got to watch Peacock to find out what really happened. And this is what, all right. Alrighty with that. All right with that. See, I can't even talk. I'm getting frustrated because I'm seriously getting tired of all this. It's just,
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
it's exhausting. So, quick question. Is there anything else maybe that you want us to cover, Giorgio, or anyone in the chat? Any last questions about VPR before we go?
I don't have anything. I'm really interested in seeing this third part play out and seeing what else happens with Jersey because I think we're starting to get more into the thick of Teresa and Melissa. So allegations are flying starting this Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait to talk to our friend next week and see what he has to say.
I agree to OGC document. Okay, so everyone wants me to do a reading on Natalia. I don't remember her surname, which is this girl that has these deformities, and apparently this American couple adopted this little girl from the Ukraine, if I'm not mistaken, no, from Russia or Ukraine.
And she's like an older woman or something.
And yeah, they claim that she was an older woman and they let her live in an apartment. They rented out an apartment, et cetera, et cetera. So people are really baffled. There was a whole Dr. Phil interview. So people are baffled whether this is true. So yes, I want to do a reading on this. I may be having a guest on Thursday on the channel, another content creator, someone who's never been here before, but I think people are going to get surprised with that one. And yes, we will talk about this too, because he covers some of these cases like that as well. So that would be interesting to talk about it. And really, last question to you, Giorgio, because I know this season has been awful for Summer House, but I've been like a fan from the start, from the get-go of Summer Fans. So I'm really not. I don't want to die on this hill. I don't want this to be the last season. I know it was horrible, but Hope, what do you think? Do you think, because I don't think it's coming back.
I don't know, but I will say that this is another one of those shows where it's no longer what the original concept was supposed to be about. The original concept of Summer House is these kids in Manhattan that worked Monday through Friday and then went out and rented a house on the weekends, and it was around that. And yes, do they still do that? I guess, but do these people still work the way that they did when they first started the show? No. And now, when the reunions start calling people out for things that they're doing on camera or off camera with producers, that's a problem. That's a problem. And viewers, as much as we love breaking the fourth wall, if you give us too much of that behind the scenes strategy that you guys do, people are going to see right through stuff from now on. So yeah, people will lose interest. And I think also this is another show that needs to revamp the cast a little bit.
I agree. I mean, I love Sam and Corey. I love their energy. They're fun, positive, and love. It's just great, but they can't hold the show. They just can't. It's not they they don't have broad enough shoulders for them to carry this whole show. So yeah, I haven't gone around to. Did you like Martha's Vineyard?
I haven't watched it yet because I want to wait
either.
and binge it. I want to be able, because when new shows come out, I don't want to watch one by one. I want to watch 3 to 4 at once so I can get right in there.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's cover really quickly. I'm going to pull one card for this question, and then we'll just go because Georgio has things to do too. Today he's a busy man, but let's find out what happened to Lindsay's PR company. Lindsay Hubbard. I'm so over Lindsay and Carl as well. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but I give them 2 years.
It's mutually beneficial, I think. A lot of it.
Yeah. For now. Yeah.
For now, until things get rocky, and then it's not.
Lindsay's PR company, she still has it. Still, but she's not doing great in business, but she still owns the company, and she does take on some projects and clients here and there, but I don't feel this is her main focus anymore. So could it be just working with brands and sponsorships on Instagram? I don't know. I don't follow her, so I have no idea what she does. But my card is saying she has the PR company, but it's not necessarily doing great. I do feel they financially. I agree with Danielle. I don't think that financially they're doing, or at least Lindsay's doing great right now. So we'll find out. Not so important anymore. But anyways, you guys, that was it for today. Another Sunday fun day, hot pink Sunday. The two aquas here. We have another week of a lot of reality stuff going on. So
yes,
we'll be talking about it next week again. Well, hopefully I just want to stop talking about that.
Hopefully we'll have closure for one of the things.
I know, I agree. Like, come on, let's get the revelations, which we now know what they're going to be. Let's hear it and let's move on with our lives and move on to the next show. Goodbye. Thank you. That's
right.
That's it. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're new. Of course, don't forget to head on over to Georgio and subscribe and follow him. Comment under his TikToks. I love his TikToks. You know what, you guys? He's funny, and I want people to just comment, just show TikTok how loved he is. I mean, TikTok loves him anyways, but I'm just saying YouTube, because you don't have that crossover so much between YouTube and TikTok. I know creators try, but there isn't. It's a different world. TikTok is a different
world. It's two different families for me. I love them both, but they are different families for sure.
I agree. So give, YouTube, head on over to TikTok and give Georgio some love. And me too. I'm on TikTok too. So you can come and give me some love too. I keep forgetting.
Right. Shout out to you.
So you guys, I'll be seeing you on Thursday for another live with a special guest. And then we'll be back next Sunday, and we're bringing today's special guest. Well, I mean, I can tell you who it is. It's Michael Fitzgerald. He's been on the channel before. So next week is going to be a tea dropping episode. So you just have to be patient for another week. Sorry about that, you guys, but things like that happen. Lots of love, everyone. See you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.